Thanks, bud. Yellow. Or actually, anything that says...
Target eliminated!
What if this week instead we do...
Builds are pretty fucking strong, dude. Oh, that fucking hurt. Got a new hat. I feel like it needs more curve. But yeah, basically, I built all of these for exactly what they're meant to do. For the ranged weapons, we made sure we can maximize one-shot headshots, so the range is the maximum that it could be. When it comes to the closer range pistols, we made sure you can actually see by not having the echo suppressor blocking your view. Especially with the M1911. When we have the fire rate cranked up, you can't see a thing with the echo suppressors. Basically, the only thing that you guys really need to know, make sure your scope magnification adapts automatically set to on, because for all of my pistol builds, we will be using the frameless. These are the calibrations, and they will feel much better when it adapts automatically. I always gotta make sure I say that. It's a disclaimer. These are the same for all the pistols. This saves me showing this 7 times in a row for no reason. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the builds. The starting pistol, the G17, which I believe is tied for the best pistol overall. Just reliability-wise, listen to G18. I slapped this 33 round on here, and it still just feels like the best semi. When it comes to a fast-firing semi-automatic pistol, it's just the best. It's by far superior. Anyways, starting with the lightweight barrel. For this build, it's basically like my G18. It's meant to be swapped out as soon as you run out of a magazine in your primary. This can carry you for at least 2 or 3 more kills, so you don't have to worry about trying to get a reload off in people's faces. This becomes your second primary. So we got the vertical control. This new laser is just the best. This is on every single gun. So glad they finally added an actual laser, not the laser light combo only to the pistols. I wasn't a big fan of forced flashlight, but it was kind of nostalgic at the same time when I look back at it. But this is the anti-slip rear grip. And then with the barrel, we got a tiny bit of movement speed, 0.1. This is the same as 50 when it comes to firing stability. The sub-attribute did not change. Once you set it back any farther though, that's when it's going to switch, and you're going to lose some. And then same case when it comes to the hip fire aim speed, which is just your ADS speed. We got like 2 ADS, we got like 2 milliseconds out of it, but it was for free. We didn't lose any stability when moving. Alright, make sure you bookmark the video for this one. This is a very intricate build, tons of pieces, whole bunch of calibrations. You're gonna have to come back like 5 times for this build. There's a lot going on here. It took me a while to choose, but we went with the rattlesnake, you know. Pretty unique choice. We got the vertical piece once again, the muzzle brake. It's mainly for the camera stability, that's mainly why I do it. But if you look at the pattern on the wall, it is a tiny bit better for when you're spamming, and this gun needs it. The visual recoil is just... whew, probably one of the worst. We got the normal laser once again. I should have put this in the beginning, but this will be on everything. And then, boom. 43, and then maxed out 10 plus. Pretty nice and simple. We got the Godzilla combo going on. I finally got a chance to use this green egg. A very fitting camo. I feel like that's more interesting than the build itself. Now this is a badass pistol right here. This, we wanted the maximum range. Like I said in the intro, you want to be able to one-shot kill as far as you possibly can. It drops hard to a 2-shot once you're past the 53 now. We got that with the maximum barrel and the echo suppressor. We got normal laser on the right rail. It doesn't matter which one you choose, same thing. All 4 of these are the Python. For the foregrip, I went with the Prism, just for the camera stability. This makes it move even less, so that you can shoot as fast as possible, and just, not spam it, but basically get as much DPS out as possible. This is an easy choice. Once you unlock this, this is just way better. You get 2 pieces out of it, and then this is free. Makes you like a sniper. And then finally, you could put on the microsight riser, but you're only gaining 0.1 movement stability. If we look at the stats here, 0.22. If we throw this piece on, it says we're gaining a lot more. That's normally what you would gain. But when we're maxed out like this, we're not really gaining a whole lot. I don't think it's worth it in my opinion, but you definitely could put it on. That's why I'm only rocking the frameless on this build, but feel free. Alright, so starting with the barrel, we got this to 37. Maxed out firing stability. Very nice, very nice. That's why you always gotta check the sub-attributes when you're setting these. Just set it to max, and then start setting it back a few. See what you can get out of it. Make sure your build's completely finished though, because it'll be quite annoying if you change a piece out after you min-max. You're gonna have to do it all over again for that specific attribute if you change it. Yeah, it's quite tedious. And we got the burst pistol, the replica. This is an interesting build because you actually do get a bunch of options for this. This is quite a selection for a secondary weapon. Pretty cool. But I went with the practical heavy barrel. We got the best of everything with this. I went with the echo suppressor because there's not really a whole lot of visual recoil whatsoever. Might as well max this out. Being suppressed is always a nice bonus as well. Can't go wrong when it comes to the replica. Next we got the 24 round mag. You can definitely go with 18, but you're not losing any firing stability or anything, so you might as well. Either way though. And then we got the ugliest out of the 3, that's for sure. I'm glad I have this cool camo, a hideous color. Got the assassin laser as usual, very neat. We min-maxed to 37, just like the last build I believe. That's right where it doesn't change. And then we got a little bit of everything here. God, this thing looks so fucking nice. Rifled long barrel. We maxed out the range just like the revolver. This is a nice piece too, but this is only for up close if you want to like spam it and stuff, because it is a decently long ADS speed for a pistol, but I would rather be able to one-shot. So we got that echo. It is definitely blocking your view a bit, but it's not as bad as like a faster fire rate pistol. It's definitely worth it in my opinion. Not really a whole lot of options here. We got free control, put that on. I'm not rocking the magazine on this build. This is for my long range. but as we can see, you're not losing anything but handling, so you really could just put this on if you want to. Goes up to 388. If you're looking to main the DEAGLE, obviously you should use a 13 round mag, but as a secondary, something you're only pulling out last second when you run out of ammo, I feel like you don't need it with the Desert Eagle. I'll leave this in your court though, because either way, it's gonna work. It's nice. It's really nice when it only affects your handling, because that just really makes it, yeah. I'm talking in circles here. Here is the calibrations once again. So as we can see, I went for maximum aiming stability while breathing over extra control. This is your sway, and I believe this is way more important, and you really want to hold your breath with the DEAGLE. We look at the bottom here. You can get that's at least 2 kills without running out of breath, whereas even a gun with decent stability. Okay, that's a bad example. This has good stability, but you really want to take advantage of that, especially with the semi-automatic Revolver and DEAGLE. It's always going to look something like that, and that's why I believe the sway is more important. It just makes it a lot more like that. Next is my old reliable, my personal favorite, the G18. I just like automatic weapons the best, so it's just so much easier for me to pull this out. And it's a really fast automatic, 1172 rounds per minute, so it's definitely reliable. Feels like a second primary, just like the G17. I would say more so this, it's just this runs out of ammo a lot faster. We fit that 33 on there, of course. Just takes a little bit of practice. Just shoot it at the wall in the range. Always memorize the patterns. It's what I do every time I make a new build video or whatever. I post a new gameplay. I'm always shooting those new guns at the wall because gotta learn the recoil pattern, no matter how good it is. And last but not least, the Call of Duty Classic. This thing is really cool in this game because we have 2 pieces that increase the fire rate. I know nothing about guns in real life, so this is really cool to me. So yeah, basically I put both of those on. If you want to improve the feeling of it, I would just take off the stability one. These both increase rounds per minute by the exact same amount. But I would take this off and just hold breath with stability more, because it'll just be like the DEAGLE where it'll keep your shot in line a whole lot more. So first of all, big surprise. Same laser as usual. Got the vertical piece. Not really a whole lot of options here. Holy shit. And yeah, that's the build. That's why we're covering all these at once. Imagine I just did like one video for this gun. The whole build video is just like 35 seconds. That'd be hilarious. You blink and the fucking build video's over. So I hope this helps with people that haven't used any of these besides, you know, their main, because secondaries become very forgotten very fast. Like, when I was going through these, I haven't used like the QSZ and since last season, since I was doing the pistol build. So it's definitely very unique. Definitely a unique experience, nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoy the builds. Join the Discord for future and early builds. I have all the codes there. Yada yada. Much love. I'm out. Peace.